Today we'll talk a bit about immunity as given in the description. Now we have understood the impact of what we have been doing, of what is there around us, the power of it. Every one of us witnessed the massive power of nature during the pandemic when the COVID virus struck us. Yes, the cause, the reason for all that, let's not get into those details, but it did impact almost every single human being on this earth, every single living being on this earth. Such was the impact of an invisible creature. Was there a purpose for that? We do not know. Was there a reason for that? We do not know. Have we understood? Have we learned our lessons from that? Maybe. Are we still continuing to learn the lessons? And are we still continuing to take actions based on the lessons that we have learned? Since it was a reality check for most of us, we were able to understand how we are as human beings, how we behave as human beings, how we think as human beings, how we react and respond as human beings has a huge impact on each one of us, on our own lifestyle, our own well-being. So the first thing that came up when the viral attack happened, to almost the most unexpected people also, even those people who are very healthy, they got affected. The first reason that came up was the lack of immunity. What is this immune system actually? This is something that we learn during our biology classes, right? In the lower classes is when we are introduced to immunity. But that was the predominant factor that played a big role in a person getting affected by an invisible virus, an unknown virus, was really shocking to almost all of us. So what is this immune system? It's actually the core system. It's one of the core systems of the human body. It's a defense mechanism of the body. Even if our physical body, our mental body has been structured and we are taking very good care of it, the entire system that we have, the entire system that we can control of is in fact controlled and protected by this invisible system called the immune system. It's like the police force of the body. It's like the fort in a country, in a city. So what comes into the fort is being guarded by this immune system. What happens inside the fort is controlled by us, but what can come into the human body is taken control by the immune system. So we understood that our immune system was not strong enough to defend what could enter into our body, to filter the things that are not going to have any effect on the body, which are alien to the human body. So how is that the immune system works, and what can we do to enhance the immune system? Immune system is essentially it is part of the human blood system, the lymph system, the components of these other systems, the major systems like the blood system and all, they all contain these components of this immune system. The WBCs are part of the immune system, and they are part of the blood system as well. So how strong is your blood? How strong is your blood energy? How strong is the flow of your blood? How energized is your blood? Plays a big role in ensuring that those WBCs in the blood are of good power and strength. They have the right capacity, the right defensive capacity with them. This was the understanding from the viral attack. We understood that there are defense system. The components of the blood that we have were not strong enough. Actually, what provides a strength to these components is the food that we eat, the water that we drink, the air that we breathe. All these essentially build the energy for the blood. They feed the energy to these components. So when the components were identified to be weak, it essentially means that their sources of energy were also weak. That is, the food that we were consuming, what we assumed was of high nutrition and of high energy, was not actually matching with the energy that is actually required. What we assume, lots of assumptions have been broken, and there's a lot of redefinition happening in terms of the environment, in terms of the energy that we consume, in terms of the energy that can be renewed, in terms of the energy that can be reused, in terms of the energy that can be efficiently used, in terms of energy that can be used further. So that's when the need to have clean air, the need to have clean water becomes very important, of high priority. All these elements build the immune system together. So what can we do? Yes, we have taken steps to ensure that the food that we eat, the water that we drink, the air that we breathe are all of going to be good quality. Lots of policies have come up, and the governmental agencies across the globe are working hard to ensure that we get everything in the right manner. Lots of steps have been taken up now, and the people have become very health conscious. Yes, all that is still happening. Is happening at a rapid pace. However, there are some energy points in the human body itself, given by nature, that can also enhance the energy that we gather from all these other sources. There are few points that can help us to take charge of our mental wellness, take charge of our physical wellness. How are we going to identify those energy points? Which is the energy point that works for a person? Works for a person with a certain physical condition, with a certain mental condition. Will all the points work for everyone? Not necessary. Depending on the physicality, the emotionality, the individuality, the sociality of a person, the energy point can differ because of the need of the body, because of the need of the person's system. So how do we identify those energy points? How do we stimulate them further so that it directly stimulates the immune system? Another factor that what has been found out very clearly is that the immune system is closely related to the respiratory system. So the air that we breathe plays a significant role. So the organs that are associated to the respiratory system, the air that we breathe is the lungs. So that's why the lungs were majorly affected during the viral attack. So whoever had a weak lung, who was not aware of having a weak lung, even if they did not have any lung condition, they also were affected. Several deaths happened. So closer to the lung is the heart. People who had weak heart, not necessarily a weak organ as an organ, but the energy of the heart was less. So that those kind of people with those kind of conditions and all got affected a lot. So how can you stimulate your lungs? How can you stimulate the energy of the heart to ensure that your immune system is also energized? Are these energy points very effective? Yes, definitely. What can we do? I will just describe about a one or two energy points which anybody can access from anywhere and remember it easily as well, so that you can keep stimulating. If you have that condition, you can keep stimulating so that your immune system gets energized slowly, your lungs get energized slowly, your heart gets energized slowly, and eventually the immune system also gets energized slowly. Okay, so for that, to energize the heart, what you can do is touch this, the tip of the lower bottom of the nail of the little finger. These points, the edges of the lower bottom of the finger, little finger's nail, can be pressed gently, very gently, lightly, subtly. A subtle force can be given so that it can energize the heart meridian. It's the energy meridian as per the traditional Chinese medicine, Asian medicine. So you can energize the heart organ, the heart energy through this point. And for to energize the lungs, what can we do? We can use the thumb. Similarly, go to the base of the thumb, nail of the thumb, and just gently press over here so that you can energize the lungs. So you can just remember that these two fingers, the little finger and the thumb, the two extreme fingers, press the base of these two fingers so that your chest region, the organs that essentially process the air energy, air that you consume, and which are responsible to spread that particular energy throughout the body, because you can survive even without water. Can you survive without air? Is it even possible for few seconds, for few minutes, for few hours? It's all a question, a relatable question. So let's start energizing our air energy system first, and slowly get into the other organ systems, like the water energy system, the food energy system, elemental energy system, the emotional energy system, the thought energy system, spiritual energy system, etc. Let's start focusing on the air energy system first. So for that, start energizing the source or the root of these energy systems. So just massage or just give gentle press at these two base of the nails. This would slowly and subtly have an effect. With consciousness, with belief, with thoughtfulness, mindfulness, if you are able to do it consistently, you will definitely find change. There will be definitely a change in your immune system. The first indication would be, are you able to prevent cold? Prevent yourself from getting cold attack, the flu, influenza. Are those viral attacks being stopped, prevented? Those itself will be the clear indications that your immune system is developing. It is getting energized. So if you have kids, please do it for them, or let them do it, give them that knowledge so that they can start practicing at a very early age, so that it can help them, help the energy to the organs to get the right energy, enhance the energy a little bit, as subtly as possible. I hope this information was interesting and useful, because immunity is all that we have. It is the first defense mechanism. Apart from whatever things we have in the external world, in the physical world, what can really shake us is what is within us. So how strong are we from within is the most important point. So let's start energizing ourselves from within, and so that you can flourish from outside. Keep sharpening your immune system. through these subtle energy points. There are several other points along that meridian, but for easy memory to start with, to get excited with, just start with these two fingers. You can even press these two fingers. This even becomes a mudra as per the Indian traditional science. This is called the Varun mudra. So the air element, the water element, the fire element, they all take forms over here. So they will get energized subtly with conscious effort. Alright, so until next time, with a new topic, with a very exciting topic, we will slowly start have some introducing some practices, so that we can experience what is required for us to energize ourselves holistically. Ensure that our physical and mental health is in harmony with the spiritual health, with our conscious health. Okay, until next time, take care. So if you have any questions, please do drop in and we can take it up in our forthcoming sessions.